Devour feculence.
That means eat shit. And I want to send that message out to whoever the dickhead is that went to Walmart and took in their old wiper blade and transferred it into a package of a new wiper blade and stole the other one. Because yesterday, we have all this rain. I realized, because I don't use my wipers very often, I realized I have shitty wiper blades. So I go to Walmart to buy some wiper blades, get some nice ones. And I'm cutting the time close because I got to go pick up the kids from school. And I'm in the parking lot and I'm putting them on and I'm like, well, this second one isn't the right size. And then I start looking at it. I'm like, it has like tree sap and bird shit on it. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Some dickhead went in there. Although I get the creativeness. They must have gone in there saying, bringing their old one, like they're going to compare it to see what size it is. And then they just opened the bottom, swapped it out, and walked out with a new wiper blade. I get it. They can be expensive. But this particular one was $13. It's not that expensive, guys. Oh, my God. I was so irritated. I was irritated because it took forever for customer service to, get some hustle in their step to serve the customers. And then they're like, well, they're like a sloth talking. They're like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, I just need to exchange it for a different one. Can I just do that? Run it back? And then you look at it. And then she's like, well, let me go ask my supervisor. I'm like, fuck. Supervisor comes over and she's just like, no, we can't do that. We're going to have to do a whole new transaction. You have to refund them. And she's like, okay, do you want us to go get it? I'm like, no, it'll be faster if I just go run and get it. So I had to, sprint in the back, go get it, come back up. And they're like, hi, can we help you? Like, we literally just saw each other a minute ago. You don't remember who the fuck I am? My God. What's funny is I was the only customer, guys. I was the only fucking customer. Exchange it, go over there. No, I end up getting to the school on time because I'm lightning quick, okay? As much as I have all these little ailments in my knees and my hips and whatnot, still pretty fast, apparently. I could run through Walmart like a motherfucker. God, that's so irritating. Don't steal shit, people. It irritates me. I'm a victim. I'm a goddamn victim. I got to say this real quick. Setting that story aside, before we move on to another fantastic show. Did you guys ever watch the show, The Righteous Gemstones? It just wrapped up. They had their series finale this last weekend. It's a hilarious show that takes it from a religious angle of, the big church, stuff like that. But it's Danny McBride and a whole bunch. I can't remember the guy that played Roseanne Barr's husband, Dan, on the show Roseanne, but he's in it. It's a great show. But the guy that plays Baby Billy, and I can never remember his last name, amazing. One of the best characters. In fact, there's a lot of great characters on that show. But it was funny because the other day I'm like, I need to get some cuts for that from that show because it's just freaking hilarious. So I'm gonna play a couple cuts just because I want to, and I want to share the greatness of this.
Come on, I ain't asking for the world here. I'm just asking for an 8-ball and $2 million.
I'm sorry, Baby Billy, baby. Baby Billy's my favorite character. Oh, my God. And then this part. I cleaned this up because it was just drowning in music because TV shows tend to do that crap. But I cleaned it up.
God, bless this cocaine to give me the gas to beat this demon.
Hold on. It's not done yet.
Gemstones! Cocaine!
If you've never seen the show, come on. Even if you're religious, Guys, I grew up in a religious household. My dad was a Baptist minister. Okay, I watched this. Hilarious. Come on, it's beautifully done show. Sad to see it go because it was one of those shows that I was real. I look. We started watching it late in its you know in its run, and so we just powered through it. And now the very last season we watched. We were waiting every week for it. It's pretty cool. It's a funny fucking show. Cocaine! And then he gets punched in the face. It's so fucking funny. Woo! So many great lines. I need to just sift through that show and just start dropping those in there. Oh my gosh. If you know of a great line from a movie or a show like that, let me know. I'll track it down and we'll make it a drop. I think those are fun. Okay, and listen, it just adds to the show. I'm the only one talking here. It's fun to have, somebody to riff off of, even if it's just a, soundbite here and there. I think that's fun. Don't you? It's great. It's my co-host.
Right, as always.
See, Ken gets it. Ken, come on. I saw some guy the other day at my daughter's recital, which, holy crap, I got to tell you this real quick. I was so fucking impressed. Aria, I bow down to thee. You are a dance master. She's 10 years old, and she was freaking crushing it. And she was in the hip hop section of it because they have like different types of dance throughout the entire show, whether it's ballet. I don't know what the other shit was, but like hip hop was one of the things that she did. Holy crap. I can't wait to see the video because they allegedly had a professional camera guy and crew there recording everything. She freaking nailed it. But anyway, I don't know where I was going. I have no idea. I blacked out. Oh, no, there was a dad that showed up and from the Barbie movie, which is still pretty fucking funny. Ryan Gosling said, somebody said he's Kenough, like Ken enough, like instead of enough, they just add the K. It's just funny. It's just dad's just walking around rocking it. He don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. I like it. It's good. Be secure in your skin.
Right, as always.
He gets it. Ken gets it. Oh, good times. Good times. You know what we need to do right now is make sure that you hit that subscribe button as well as the like button, whether you're watching or listening. And don't forget, you can comment whether you're on Spotify or all these other ways that, I put it out there just about everywhere, whether it's YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever, Facebook, all that stuff. You can comment along or you can just wait till the end, whatever. Either way, don't be afraid to react. I had somebody, I meant to write down their comment. It was from day before yesterday's show where they're talking about fuck yes tequila. They're like, oh, that tequila is awesome, stuff like that. So yeah, feel free to comment. I like when you guys do that, and it helps with the algorithm to push out to all the new listeners as well. Today's show is brought to you by Roof Goat USA. We're going to get more into Roof Goat USA as we go on into the show. But right now, what you should do is go to roofgoatusa.com as you're listening to this, and then you can figure out, oh, maybe I should set up a free evaluation and have Roof Goat USA come out and see if there's any next stages I need to take in my roof repair. But what we need to do right now is jump into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
Remember that line from Anchorman where he's walking down the street, his life is turning to shit, and he's drinking like a quarter or a half a gallon of milk, and he's like, milk is a bad choice. It's a hilarious scene. That's like, even though it's not referencing, in regards to milk in this story, that's what popped on my head because this was a bad choice. But sadly, we're not shocked about this. They just opened the gates to Yellowstone National Park, I want to say 2 weeks ago. Okay? Not that long ago. And here's the headline coming out. Bison gores a Florida tourist at Yellowstone National Park. Come on. First of all, is anybody shocked that the tourist that got gored by a bison is from Florida? Oh, wait. Is anybody shocked? Anybody? You in the back? No? No. Nobody's shocked that they're from Florida. And this happens every year. This is the first one that was reported for this season. Come on, people. Come on. You're not helping things. When we say that we're taking steps forward as a society, these headlines pop up, and even if they're just not, making huge headlines, they're there. We know that we as a society, yes, we take 2 steps forward, but we take about 3 steps backwards because of dipshits like this. It's a fucking wild animal that's ginormous. I went out to what is that over here? The Arsenal in Colorado. It's in Denver or just, out on the outskirts of Denver, I think. But they have it's a refuge, and they have a bunch of bison out there as well as many other animals. And you go out there, and there's a part where you can park. You don't get out of the vehicle, but you park, and you see how gigantic they are. And you realize if it wanted to, it could just destroy my vehicle in a heartbeat. And then fast forward to this story, and you see the headlines of people getting out of their vehicle, wanting to get an up-close picture with a bison or an elk or a moose. And then you find out that they get gored. What do you expect is going to happen? They have no concept of like, okay, I'll smile for the camera. It's going to help, generate more tourism and cause more finances to, trickle down to us so we get more protection. They don't have any concept of that. They're like, no, motherfucker, you're in my space. I don't know you. I don't know you. So you see these little horns on my head, or you see these legs of mine? Whack, whack, whack. Come on, man. You deserve that shit. If you get gored by an animal because you're sitting there wanting to get close to it to either pet it or take a picture with it, I'm sorry, you deserve it. I'm sorry, but not sorry type of thing. Come on, guys. I don't have sympathy for that. My God. It happens a lot. If you go up to Estes Park, you see people trying to get too close to the elk as they're, wandering around. And it's like a herd of elk. I took my kids up there last summer, I want to say. We're walking around, and I'm like, why is everybody stopped and gathering? And everybody's staring. People are like 5 feet from the elk as they're just chilling, and there's baby elk over there. I'm like, oh, and my kids are like, ooh, can I get? I was like, no. I was like, we're not going to end up, on the news because you wanted to get a picture, then it flung you across the street. Sorry. And my daughter's like, that would be fun. No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't, honey. She said it jokingly, obviously. But it's like, come on, guys. And even in that situation, people are kind of numb to it because it's so commonplace. But every year there's always somebody, a tourist got too close to an elk and then got trampled or, was injured in this way or that way. I posted that story on Twitter. J.R. Slick, who is a frequent contributor to this show, said, keep in mind, he lives in Montana. He said, one of millions of morons that pass through Montana every year. Yeah. You get it up there, you get it here. Anywhere where there's, large wildlife, people are dumb. It's like they're from Florida. Do you go? It's like that dickhead that jumped into the exhibit where there was an alligator, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take a picture with it," because I guess later he said, "Oh, I thought it was fake." You know, like Florida, you would think that they'd be smarter. Like, do you want to go cuddle up or take a picture with a gator? Or do you think gators are the only things that can hurt you? And then you're like, oh, it's fine. The bison, it has fur. It's fluffy. It looks soft. It won't hurt me because it's adorable. Alligators and crocodiles, those are ugly. Yuck. Those will hurt you. If it's pretty, it can't hurt you, right? What are you, a serial killer? Jesus Christ. Stop it. My goodness. People are dumb. This is not going to be the first time we address somebody getting hurt because they're trying to pet a bison. It's so dumb. Oh, you tried to pet a shark in the ocean and it bit your arm off? Oh, that's shocking. Oh, my Lord. Wow. Who would have seen that coming? My God. A minor league baseball game in Missouri was delayed when a pair of ducks decided to land on the field and go for a walk during the bottom of the fourth inning. Oh, that's adorable. Well, here's the thing. Here's the problem I have with that. Just fucking play. My son's baseball game, when we play in Louisville, there's 2 games in a row where there is 2 geese hanging out in center field. At one point, my son was waving to them and talking to them because he has a good sense of humor, and I think he was trying to convince them in a polite manner to please vacate the field. We're trying to play a game. I told him if the play comes your way, just run towards it, and if the geese are in your way, they'll get out of your way if they see you running. Hopefully, hopefully, geese are dicks, so who knows? But here's the thing: at no point did the umpire or the coaches or anybody, the parents, nobody was just like, maybe we should pause the game and clear these geese out of there. No, just fucking play. My God. I mean, geese, they're durable, right? If you, the kids don't weigh that much. It's not like they're, coming with, all this power or anything. But I bring this up, and I totally forgot about it till I was going through, I found this story. And I'm like, oh shit, that's right. I didn't tell anybody this. You guys are the first ones to know. I may be wanted for murder. I'm driving my kids to school this morning. That sounds really bad. I'm like, I might be wanted for murder. And there was a squirrel running across the street. Now, I have a line of cars behind me, and I'm on one of the side streets before I get to the school zone. But I'm like, the rule is when you first learn how to drive, you don't slam on your brakes to hit an animal unless it's like a giant elk or something like that. But a squirrel, you're just supposed to continue driving. Don't swerve. You're more likely to injure somebody else, cause more damage. So I'm driving along, and it's that split second where you see it run underneath your car, and you're like, oh, am I going to hit it? And then I hear the boom, boom. Neither of my kids noticed. No, they did not notice. And I'm like, if they would have been looking at my face, they would have said, Dad, what just happened? Nothing. Nothing. I didn't run over that squirrel. If they would have seen the squirrel, which thankfully my son who sits in the front seat, if he would have put it together, like there was a squirrel, it ran under the car, and then there was a doot. Then it would have been a conversation, and between the two, my daughter would have taken it very badly. But listen, that's only the second squirrel I've ever ran over in my life. as much as I hate their guts, it's not like I'm going or driving through parks trying to, come here, squirrel. Woo! I got a 2016 Honda Accord ready to run your ass over. Get on out here, fuckers. I'm not doing that. Now, that being said, when a news agency heard of this incident, they sent a reporter out there to have a conversation with the squirrel's family, and the squirrel's significant other just simply said this.
He didn't use his turn signal!
I don't know what that's from. There's some crazy lady that got pulled over, and that's from the body cam footage.
He didn't use his turn signal!
Man, police, firemen, all you guys, the amount of weird shit you probably see on a regular basis has got to be jaw-dropping. Enough where, like, Joe Schmo like me would be like, no fucking way. Really? Yeah. Before we, this is taking place in Clayton County Jail in Jonesboro, Georgia. The jail entered a lockdown after a convicted killer went missing for 12 freaking hours. 12 hours. How do you lose a, somebody that's been arrested, let alone somebody that's a killer, a convicted killer? How do you lose him for 12 hours? Well, after they went searching, they go everywhere. Guess where they found him? The cops realized they forgot him at the courthouse. Every single cop involved had to been saying,
I suck at this job.
Yeah, because you do suck at your job. You're terrible. My God. It's like the the most obvious place you left them. Either that or you left them in the cell type of thing. Oh, you left them at the courthouse. How did somebody at the courthouse not realize? Hey guys, we got this guy that's trying to, eat my fingers every time I walk by. You left him here. Can you come pick him up? Nobody says anything. It's fine. We just have a random murderer hanging out. Was he hanging out in the break room? The shit, guys. How do you do that? How do you misplace a fucking convicted murderer, you dumbasses? If nobody gets fired for that, that's a shame. That's a shame. My God. So stupid. You know who doesn't suck at their job? That's Roof Goat USA. They are amazing. They're the GOAT for a reason. You got to call the GOAT. You got a roof issue, call the GOAT. Roof Goat USA, they've been in business for 23 years. They understand the headaches that come with fixing a roof, especially when it comes to insurance and dealing with insurance. And let's be honest, guys, insurance isn't going to be around forever. And what's cool is Roof Goat USA is going to walk you through the process of making sure you're ready for the next stages, whether you have to deal with your insurance or maybe insurance is being a big pain in the back end. They can work with you and figure out what the best next step is when it comes to roof repair. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about. I've had multiple people tell me that insurance companies, especially here in Colorado, are going to stop covering, especially hail damage here in Colorado. That's frustrating, isn't it? So you got to be prepared. And what better way is having the GOAT in your back pocket? Anytime you run into a problem, you can contact the GOAT. They know exactly what is the best type of, I can't even think right now. The stuff that goes on your roof. The stuff that goes up there. The shingles. Yeah, the shingles. They know exactly what's the best for this climate. Colorado's a special climate. They know exactly what to do, what's going to be the thing that lasts the longest. And here's what's crazy, because Roof Goat USA is so committed to making sure that your roof lasts long, it's durable, and they want to make sure you have the best experience. They guarantee their work for 30 years. Not like 2 or 5. It's 30 freaking years that they guarantee their work. That's all materials and labor for 30 years from date of install. That's pretty good. Oh, you know what? Scratch that. Scratch that. No, that's pretty freaking great. That's because they're the GOAT. They're a GOAT for a reason. They're there to help you when you run into those big issues or even small issues with your roof. And like I said, insurance isn't always going to be there, and Roof Goat USA knows exactly the steps that you need to take to make sure you're covered. So you got to go check them out, Roof Goat USA. Contact the GOAT today. Get that free evaluation on your roof. See if you need some repairs. If not, hey, that's okay. No worries. Call the GOAT, 303-495-4630. Again, 303-495-4630. Or go to roofgoatusa.com. Again, roofgoatusa.com. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. Oh, guys, it's Mother's Day this weekend, Sunday. If you have a mother in your life, don't fuck it up. Don't be that guy. I've been that guy. I've screwed up Valentine's Day and I've screwed up Mother's Day. Do your best, okay? All you need to do is make sure that they feel special and noticed, right? Ultimately, that's what it's about. Make sure that they feel loved. Don't just get them a card. They know if it's a last second thing, okay? Put some effort into it. Don't maybe get them a gift card to Taco Bell. I don't know. Something where you're like, she likes them bean burritos over at Taco Bell. I'll get her a gift card. $5. You know what? No, she's special. She's my special lady. I'll get her $10. $10 at Taco Bell doesn't go as far as it used to. It doesn't. But you gotta step it up. My wife already knows she's too nosy, too nosy to. Plus, I don't do a good job covering my tracks. She knows that we're gonna make breakfast for her on Sunday. I got bacon. I got to go to the store and get some more eggs because we ended up eating more eggs. That's what happens when you have a 12-year-old boy that plays sports. He eats so dang much. We're going to do bacon and eggs for breakfast along with some cinnamon rolls. We're going to make some cinnamon rolls. And my daughter already made her something. We went to the store and it's like this hand that is doing the love sign language sign. She painted that and made her a bracelet for that. And it's something that goes in my wife's office. My son, he's going to be the guy that waits till the last second. But I also bought her these, I don't know what the company is, but it's like a bunch of assorted, not muffins, but cupcakes. They're little tiny ones with all these unique flavors and unique designs. And I got her those for Mother's Day as well because she's a snacker. She loves sweet treats. So try not to mess it up because I always say this. If you've ever seen Dateline NBC, if you're the guy or a significant other that screws up Mother's Day or Valentine's Day, you're going to end up on Dateline NBC in the worst way possible. They're going to be talking about you, but guess what? You're not going to be able to say shit. You know why? Because you're dead. That's why. Then you're going to have that guy with the white hair going, it was just like any other Mother's Day. But this time, the husband of 27 years realized something. He forgot to buy her a gift. Next thing you know, he's dead. What did I always say? It was a typical Sunday day. A Sunday day. It was a typical Mother's Day. Birds were chirping. Things were exciting. It was a perfect day. A perfect day for murder. I'm not very good at that impression, but you get the point, okay? My gosh. Don't fuck it up, guys. I'm trying to help you out here. Get her something. You just don't want to be that guy. I'm trying to help you out. You know what we need to do right now, though, guys, is jump into some sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls. No, it's not an invitation to a Diddy party.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with the Huff.
Man, if you watched the Denver Nuggets last night, it was embarrassing. They got their ass handed to them by the Oklahoma City Thunder. We talked about it on yesterday's show. I think it was yesterday's show or the show before, where we were talking about how, listen, it's not like because the Nuggets won game one, right? And it's not like the Thunders will be like, well, the Nuggets won. Let's just give them the rest of the series. No, you knew that they were going to come back, guns a-blazing, and that's what they did. And they fucking owned the Denver Nuggets. The final score was 149 to 106. That's embarrassing. That is terrible. Terrible.
I'm somebody's bitch.
Yeah. Basically, the Nuggets were the Oklahoma City Thunder's bitch last night. And if the Nuggets don't come back in game 3 on Friday and just bring the heat and play their best fucking basketball possible, then the series is over. They have to win game 3. The Thunder are too good to let up on the gas. They didn't even have their foot on the fucking gas at all last night. They were that shitty car when you go to a go-kart racetrack. You know, there's always that one cart that you're like, fuck, man, I got the lemon of the bunch. You know, Thunder are ripping around the course, and then you're like puttering along, like, I got the lawnmower engine that's on its last leg, right? That Grandpa Joe used to have. Then they're like, it's an engine, it'll be fine. That's what the Nuggets were. They were shit. They were embarrassing. They didn't belong on the court. Nikola Jokic said it last night. He's like, there was essentially, he was saying it's like there was only one team on the court last night. That was the Thunder. Nuggets looked terrible. Terrible. They got to step their shit up. And don't be complaining about the refs. Guys, I know that's easy to do. And yes, to a point, yes. And David Adelman, the interim head coach for the Denver Nuggets, brought it up. He's like, they essentially, the Thunder played hard from the beginning, very aggressive, where the Nuggets weren't. And when the Nuggets tried to match it, that's where it became noticeable for the referees. So he's like, that's on us. We should have been going hard from the beginning. Well, yeah, no shit, dude. You guys, the Nuggets need to go out there and bring the fucking heat. Come on. Listen, if they don't win game 3, I have no faith in them. I don't. That's just being honest. Now, you as a Nuggets fan, you can be like, Duff, you're full of shit, blah, 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 I hate you. Blah. You're not a true Nuggets fan, are you? No, you're not. Listen, dude, I'm just being honest. That's sports. You either got it or you don't. The Thunder have the killer instinct. The Nuggets, they're more of the victim in this scenario, right? They're on Dateline NBC. That's what's happening. It was another typical day for basketball. Things were looking good. They were at Ball Arena. It was the Nuggets and the Thunder. But things turned in the wrong direction. They turned in the direction of murder. Oh, God, no. That's what's happening. The Nuggets have to win game 3. Otherwise, I don't believe they have any shot at winning the series. Fuck the championship. Can they get out of the series alive? I don't know. And like I said, quit bitching about the refs. Okay? That's just the game. It's the game. It's annoying. It's really fucking annoying. We deal with that shit on a lower level with umpires in Little League. You got some Dude, the other day, I think I told you guys this the other day, the umpire called a strike at the kid's eyeballs. The eyeballs. I'm coaching first base, and I see that, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I look over at the other team's coach, and he and I both make eye contact, and his eyes get big, and he's just like, what the fuck was that? That's the shit you have to deal with. It's fucking annoying, but what are you going to do? Fucking, you guys need to nut up, man. Nut up and go out there and dominate.
Time to nut up or shut up.
Fuck yeah, man. No excuses. Go out there and earn your fucking paychecks. Because last night you did not earn your paychecks, Nuggets. You got throttled. You were somebody's bitch. On the court, you're that guy from Half Baked.
I'm somebody's bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. They bent you over backwards, man, and they had their way with you. That was not cool. Do not like seeing that shit. What I do like seeing is today, all over social media, you see the Colorado Buffaloes were retweeting video from Travis Hunter because Travis Hunter, the number 2 overall pick, went to the Jaguars, was back in Boulder today because he got his college degree. Congratulations to him. I love seeing that. Not only is he a great athlete, he's a smart man, and he got his degree. So if worst case scenario happens, he has a backup plan. Or you know what? Once he retires from the NFL, whenever that might be, if he wants to continue doing things, he has an education behind him. He has the intelligence behind him to do things. I like that. I love to see that. That needs to be praised more in sports. That somebody goes back and gets their degree. I mean, he was graduating anyway. It's not like he went to the NFL, played a season or two, and then was just like, oh, shoot, I need to finish up some classes. No. He won the Heisman Trophy and dominated not only on the field, but in the classroom. So that's cool. I like to see that. I'm a huge fan of people that kick ass in the classroom. That's great. Good to hear that. The Colorado Rockies lost to the Tigers last night. Same 2 teams are scheduled for a doubleheader today, which, by the way, the safe bet for today's games, the doubleheader between the Rockies and the Tigers, is that the Rockies are going to lose both games because when you look at the Colorado Rockies, really one phrase goes through your mind.
That is one big pile of shit.
Yeah. A stinky big pile of shit. Because they're terrible. Terrible. Still have only won 6 games. My God. Oh, God, the Rockies are shit. And what's funny is I know at the end of my son's baseball season, we're supposed to go to Coors Field. We're going to go because they get a walk on the field. The players do. And I think that's neat. I'm not going to, just because I think and know that the Rockies are a trash organization, mainly because they won't let me throw out a first pitch. Maybe I'll, suck them off if they let me go throw out a first pitch. Be like, they're great guys. I swear to God. Look at them. Those 6 wins are powerful, okay? But I'm not going to steal that away from my son. Let him have the experience of going out on the field and seeing baseball from a different perspective. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So I will support them on that day. After that, no. Before that, no. Okay? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, the fucking Rockies are terrible. Terrible. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining the show. Really hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you laughed a little bit. I think we need to use this soundbite more. Where's it at? We need to use this more.
He didn't use his turn signal!
Okay, I'm sorry. Fuck, man. Christ almighty. That's a good one, though. Come on.
He didn't use his turn signal!
come on. I ain't asking for the world here. I'm just asking for an 8-ball and $2 million.
Yeah, simple stuff to ask. Come on. Jesus Christ. Squirrel getting his ass ran over, and then his family's complaining.
But did you die?
No, you didn't die, but your friend did. Your friend did. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it's kind of awkward. Anyway, you guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Let's continue to move forward. By the way, big thanks to Roof Goat USA. Go check them out at Roof Goat USA. Let them know you want a free evaluation on your roof. See where you need to go. If you need some repairs done or not, no worries. No sweat off your back end because it's all free for the evaluation. That stuff's always nice. And you can check them out at roofgoatusa.com. You guys are amazing. Let's continue to move forward. It's DeHuff Uncensored. I'll talk to you next time.